So, good evening, everyone. Today on TBS Talks, we are joined by one of India's emerging youth voices, Bhavesh Jain. He has, at a remarkably young age, Bhavesh has represented India as a youth delegate at the Taiwan International Ocean Forum, participated in internationally policy conversations, received the National Young India Challenge Award, been recognized as the state best NSS volunteer, and been part of prestigious platforms such as Jagriti Yatra, Rising Leaders Fellowship, Bharat Education Forum, and mock G20 initiatives. But what makes his story interesting is not just the list of achievements, it is the journey behind them. Because how does a young student move from volunteering on the ground to representing India on global platforms? What sacrifices, failures, and lessons shape that journey? And most importantly, what can young Indians learn from it? So today, we will go beyond the titles and awards and explore the mindset, discipline, and purpose that helped Bhavesh reach where he is today. So Bhavesh, we heartily welcome you to TBS Talks.
Thank you so much. Namaskar and Jai Hind. Thank you to
Jai
the
Hind,
Better
Bhavesh.
Society and Satyamji for having me here. It's a pleasure joining you people and especially looking after what the Better Society is doing. It's really an honor to be here. Looking
That's
forward.
great. That's great. Yes. So, Bhavesh, as we all know that you have achieved a lot of great things in this short duration of time. So, my first question to you is simply to just take us through your journey. That who is Bhavesh Jain and what he has achieved till now and how he has achieved till now. All of these things.
All right. Thank you so much for the question. So instead of deep diving into the first very title of Youth Representative of India, let me come from scratch from
Yes,
where things have started. So let me come to level zero and then let's come to level 10. So
for
level
sure.
zero started when I was at college. So National Service Scheme, which is NSS, which is a flagship program of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. So this was the turning point and the starting point in my journey, in which I was the organizing secretary for the first year of my college, and for the next 2 years I was the president. So the National Service Scheme gave me the platform to understand on how youth can contribute towards the society and for the development of the nation. So here I understood that things will never come to you, opportunities will not come knocking on your door. You have to create those opportunities. You have to create that base in order to develop yourself, to grow yourself as an individual, and also to grow the society together. And that is where I
Exactly.
think we find the difference.
Exactly.
So NSS is something that actually turned my entire understanding about the local self governance, and then how the state governments work and how the national governments work, because that is where I was exposed to the state events and then the National Youth Festival, and going on to take the best state NSS volunteer award from the Andhra Pradesh state government. So then that gives you a lot of importance to understand that how things can change very rapidly in your life. So when I entered college, NSS was zero. In fact, it was negative. I would say that it did not exist at all. So I had to take the decision and I had to take on the challenge that I had to go request the principal that please allow me to establish NSS here and continue. So the very first challenge came to me that they asked me that you get 5 people on team on board who can work with you. That was the very first challenge with your like-mindedness.
Exactly.
So I was given that challenge. I was able to do it luckily. I got in the team, and from 5 people, from 5 members, we went on to create 15, and then 30, then 45, then 75, then 100 NSS volunteers under our unit. So that shows that impact. When you show some way, they say when there is a will, there is a way. So
Exactly.
I had, the roads were closed for me. I had all the hurdles in front of me, but I had to make sure that I cross these hurdles, jump with these people with the support of the NSS, and then get forward with this journey. So yes, NSS was a journey where I got the exposure. And moving on, if we continue, that I understood that the national government, and coming from a tier two city, basically you will not have an understanding on how the state governments, or not only the governments, but how the ecosystem of your nation works. How does your country operate? Who are the
So true.
people under our country? So there
Exactly.
must
So
be
true.
some curiosity, to understand that is it only you who's living here, or is it someone else with some other thought process? and what is the society's thought process, because at the end of the day you're not here only to earn money, but you're here also to create your own social capital. And in today's world, if social capital is zero, you're probably going to live a life only of your own, but not with, people together with you. And I guess the ultimate objective of humanity is to live together and strive together.
एक
So this
जिंदगी
is
मिली
what I've
है जो
understood.
बोलते हैं. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Very true. So that was the kind of objective that I had. And once I was exposed to that, the AP state government recognizing me as the state best NSS volunteer, because there are approximately 2.5 to 3.5 lakh volunteers in Andhra Pradesh state, and only 9 volunteers are given this award. So you have to be really, really working hard to get this award, because you have to put in like 240 hours, 240 plus hours into NSS. You have to donate blood. You have to plant saplings. You have to create an impact where the society recognizes you. The local MLAs, the local MPs have to recognize you. You need letters of probably recognition. You need letters, where they show that you have created impact. So that is where I understood that things can now go big. So let's explode. Let's not limit ourselves. So while living in tier 2, tier 3 cities, you're not exposed to that place. You know that there are different things. और कुछ भी हो रहा है आगे. दुनिया में बहुत कुछ है जानने के लिए. So
True.
that gave me that seed in me that you have to grow big. You have to, not in terms of economic wise, but in terms of understanding on how the world works. And you have to be a person that, okay, if I give you this topic, you have to understand, okay, this topic relates to this, let's talk about it. So कभी बोलते हैं ना वॉकिंग डिक्शनरी, वॉकिंग
Yes,
एनसाइक्लोपीडिया,
yes, yes.
वो होना बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज द
Exactly.
वर्ल्ड इज चेंजिंग सो रैपिडली एंड एआई सबका बाप बन के बैठा है, तो आई मीन वी आर लूजिंग आउट. So in case if we don't want to lose out, we have to, be in the race. We have to run faster than AI and make sure that AI doesn't win and we are in the first place.
There's a saying that आप एक विद्यार्थी का जीवन ऐसा है कि विद्यार्थी अपने उम्र के किसी भी पड़ाव पे हो वो विद्यार्थी रहता है. सो वी एज एज ग्रोस वी आर स्टिल अ स्टूडेंट, वी स्टिल लर्न्स. सो बट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग आई थिंक सो, आई डोंट नो अबाउट यू, बट आई थिंक दैट नाउडेज द स्टूडेंट्स फील लाइक हैविंग अ डिग्री मेक्स you more prominent than others. So my next question is in that field only, that most people know that Bhavesh Jain is a delegate, fellow, awardee, and youth leader. And all these things they know about you, but there are still many people who don't know how you achieved all these things. But still, there is something in your back of the mind that what would have happened if that moment never came, or all your efforts have gone to vain. So, what is the thought process behind all the efforts which you have put into it? That what is the ultimate goal you are aiming in the next 5 to 10 years?
Thank you for that question. And I guess this is the question of every single young person today.
Exactly.
कि हम क्या कर रहे थे, क्या करेंगे, और अभी क्या
क्या
करने
करना
वाले
चाह रहे
हैं,
हैं.
क्या
हाँ.
करना चाह रहे हैं. So it's like
हाँ.
all the past, present, and future coming into one table. So we have to be really, really careful in terms of deciding on how things will proceed for us. So I have a habit of breaking down things into short-term goals and long-term goals. So when you ask me about 5 years down the line, that's a very long-term goal, because मैंने कभी 5 साल के बाद देखा नहीं है. I can only envision myself. I can only, just think, कि ठीक है 5 साल में I want to be here, but you really can't live that.
Exactly. You never know what is
So
going to happen.
exactly. So I break down. I make sure that I break down. I make short-term goals. एक साल का, 1.5 years, 2 years, 2.5 years, and then get into the long-term objective. Of course, you should be having long-term objectives. That's very important, because that is what drives you. So coming back to the question that what if my efforts would have gone to vain? गए भी हैं. Many efforts
Okay.
have gone to vain.
Okay.
And
If you like to enlighten us.
sure, for example, if I again take back to the story of NSS, my
Sure, sure.
friends and the ecosystem where I was working, people never knew for what was I working. They never understood.
Oh,
So they're like, why is this guy running so much? हर बार मतलब क्लास के बाहर रहता है और एनएसएस एनएसएस बोल रहा है, बट क्या मिल रहा है इसको? व्हाई इज ही सर्विंग द सोसाइटी इन दिस वे? हर बार व्हाई इज ही थिंकिंग कि मेडिकल कैंप लगाना है, ब्लड डोनेशन कैंप लगाना है, या इधर उसको जाके सोसाइटी को अपलिफ्ट करना है, किसी को पढ़ाना है? व्हाई इज ही डूइंग इट? माय ओनली ऑब्जेक्टिव कि मेरे को कुछ मिले या ना मिले, बट किसी का जिंदगी अगर चेंज हो रहा है ना, जरूर करना है. That is the ultimate objective I have. If I have something, if God has blessed you with knowledge, if God has blessed you with a certain amount of energy and some knowledge about and understanding about things, we as humans, we have to make sure कि हम उस blessing को divide करके दूसरों में भी बांटें.
So
There is
true.
always a saying, when you donate food or when you fill someone's stomach, you will never be hungry in your life. Let me add to the same time and let me add to the same theme of this line. There's also another saying कि आप जितना खून जितना ब्लड डोनेशन करोगे कभी आपका एक्सीडेंट नहीं होगा.
Okay.
ये हमारा वेदास में लिखा हुआ है.
Learn something new today.
Exactly. So that gives a lot of importance. So the drive in me कि भले मेरे को कुछ मिले या ना मिले, I was always in a situation of doubt. I was always in the benefit of doubt in terms of कि what is this guy doing and why is he doing it? My principal, she herself, she was so surprised कि why so many events all of a sudden. Last year कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा था and this year you suddenly have boom 20 events in 1 year. So why is this change? क्यों हो रहा है? क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? What are the students getting? Because as a college, you are always concerned about attendance. You're always concerned about your grades, but never concerned of why care about the society. I was in a premium college that didn't even matter. सब एकदम medium, top level class के medium class people were there. It really didn't bother to them कि हम लोग low class के society के पास जाके उनको help करें. But my objective, you are blessed. Make sure you share those blessings. Simple ideology. And I know somewhere or the other, karma एक इतनी अच्छी चीज है, it will give you back in 10 times.
Exactly.
It's just that we don't
Nothing
realize, और हम human nature ऐसा है that we want things in एकदम instantly, spontaneously चाहिए.
instantly.
कि मैंने ये
Exactly.
अच्छा काम किया ना, मेरे को आज अच्छा होना चाहिए. भगवान के पास जाते हैं, आज मेरा प्लीज ग्रेड्स अच्छा कर देना, आज मेरे को ये कर देना. पर what is the background? Just asking God and God blessing you will not make the way. आज शायद आपका अच्छा हो गया, but what about the future? So I was always put in a dilemma that if this person is running so much, इसका कुछ तो ulterior motive होगा. I was like, ulterior motive यही है कि serve करना है. At the end of the day, COVID hit us during my graduation, and
Yeah.
we as NSS unit also were hit कि हम लोग क्या events करें.
Hmm.
You will not believe, हम लोग college नहीं जा रहे थे because NSS का पूरा group उधर था, but हम लोग पूरा group इकट्ठा बाहर हुए. We had our masks, we had our gloves, sanitizers को distribution करना, street vendors को help करना to gain business because we were given a window of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. to do business. So street
Yes.
vendors were homeless now because they didn't have money, they didn't have food to eat. So we used to go buy groceries, donate it to their house. We went and bought sanitizers, पुलिस वाले को sanitizers दिए कि आप
That's so
दिन भर
beautiful.
पूरा time आप you are under the sun protecting us, but please make sure that if you get COVID, your family will be hit. So it's like 1 versus 4. एक जन hit हुआ, it's like again multi effect. So this was a huge challenge. 1 year entirely COVID, we were like closed कि हम लोग क्या करें अब. That time, when this change came in, this is when the government of Andhra Pradesh का आंख गिरा कि why is this NSS unit of Geetam University recognizing so many events and क्यों कर रहा है. So the information from the district collector here, and it went on to the the secretary to the government of Andhra Pradesh. उधर से CM का office गया, and from there they asked who is heading this NSS unit. And that is when my name went in, and that is when they asked my recorded what have I done in NSS, because now we are disclosing the NSS State Award, which is a very highly prestigious award for only 9 volunteers out of 3 lakh volunteers in the state.
That's a beautiful turnaround.
Exactly. And when this was announced, imagine we were in a class with the same principal who had the benefit of doubt. Suddenly मेरे को notification आता है from the government of Andhra Pradesh that Bhavesh, we are honored to give you this award as a state best NSS volunteer, and I share that in the group. उसी class में imagine celebration शुरू हो जाता है. We are connected online because we are in COVID time.
Yes.
Silence. Now my
That's a goosebump
classmates,
story. Like
now my
you revisit all
principal,
your thoughts.
exactly, now my principal and the classmates, now they understand कि ये last 3 साल से क्यों भाग रहा था. So I never imagined this award. To be honest, मेरे को पता भी नहीं था कि this award exists. The government of Andhra Pradesh information दिए कि ये award है and we want to give it to you. So please apply for it. That information was passed on to the president of the college and then they call me कि तुम क्या हो? Why did you do this? I mean, how did you do this? So then things start कि apply किया award के लिए, got the award. Anyways, putting aside, award is not the only recognition. That gave me the importance to understand that the world is, you know, moving on in a very different direction. And probably we are not even in the trail or to understand of how things are working out. And then I was like, ab rukna nahi hai. Never settle back. The most important message in your question that you asked कि आज के यूथ क्या सोचते हैं कि नेक्स्ट 5 years क्या सोचना है. I will tell you only one thing कि क्या सोचना है. Never settle down. That's the only message. Simple, very crisp, and 3-word message. Never settle down for whatever you are in life. Hustle is the only way, because at the end of the day, you have to think, you have to become a better version of yourself, not comparing with others, but comparing with yourself yesterday.
Yes.
मैं कल कुछ था, मैं आज क्या हूँ. If I was
Yes.
8.5 yesterday, I should be 8.7 today.
Yes.
So the only competition you should be for yourself. So that's the
Actually,
only message I have.
Yes.
That's the thing.
So whatever you have said right now, the follow-up question which is triggering my mind, and I want to ask you that suppose there are many people right now over here and they listen to your answer and they get motivated and they get ambitious to do something like you in the future. So as you know, there are many young people listening today, particularly feel lost in what are they doing. So what do you think is the biggest challenge particularly Indian youth is facing right now? And what is the biggest mistake the ambitious students they make while trying to build their profile, either in the social sector or in any other sector? Because the current sector in which you are is a very prominent sector, because there is a saying that हम एक हाथ से कुछ करें तो हमारे दूसरे हाथ को वो चीज नहीं पता चलनी चाहिए. But in today's time, when we do something, we want to show it to the media, we want to show it, share it in our social media. So there is a very niche thing which is going right now in the social sector. So what would you like to say to all these youths?
Great question. And it's very interesting to see how that question was framed. So kudos to you for putting up that question, because I guess that is the entire mindset जो अभी, it is running in the minds of the youth.
Exactly.
कि is a degree enough? Is a qualification of an MBA, masters, क्या बस है क्या? My bold answer would be no. You know why? When I was reading a case study of China, if you and me are 25 years old today, where would we compare ourselves to a 12-year-old Chinese youth? The skills
Okay.
and the knowledge that we have today
हाँ.
is equal to the 12 years of आज China का youth. So कहने का मतलब ये है, if you ask me what is the entire problem, it's the knowledge gap and the skill gap, that
Couldn't agree
we
more.
tend to settle down with one skill and
Yes.
they don't settle down with one skill.
Yes.
Today, Chinese youth are learning whatever possible.
Yes.
Okay. भले ही हम लोग इंडिया चाइना के रिलेशंस के कारण we don't talk about this, but it's very important to take inspiration from someone who is doing great. So I take this example very abruptly and without any hesitance कि अगर वो अच्छा कर रहे हैं तो इंस्पिरेशन लेने में कुछ गलत नहीं है.
Yes, they are far ahead than us.
They are far, far away. I mean, they are far, far like पूरा ahead in the race. We cannot even see them in the race. इतना आगे चल गए हैं वो that we are living probably 50-70 years behind. So when the question the question that you were asking me, that ambitious youth क्या करना चाहिए और where are we losing out? I would say that we tend to be happy or we immediately jump on to success with one thing. Job मिल गया, पैसा कमा रहा हूँ, my life is done. My question is why? Don't you have a social responsibility? Don't you have a national responsibility? Don't you have the responsibility to guard your own nation? And why not contribute towards Bharat, which is growing so high? So why settle down for one particular thing? I understand that the work culture is typical and it's been following 9 to 5 job, 9 to 6 job chal raha hai. Sacrifice your sleep. 2-3 घंटे कम सोना पड़ेगा. I know it's easier said than done, but if you want to do something different, you have to sacrifice. I never, I was reading also the traditional books of Vedas. I mean, that is where I also understood that people never used to sleep in this 8 hours का जो format हम लोग जो सो रहे हैं
Yes,
अभी.
yes.
They never
We are
used to
following the
sleep in
Western
this
culture.
format. We are
Yes,
following best. This was made so that we
yes,
become lazy, so that we
yes.
take up medicines, ताकि medicine से business होए और business से उनका जो top
Everything
business
is
class
linked up.
people है.
Yes,
Exactly. You are framed to sleep in those 8 hours. But हमारे traditional Vedas में ये नहीं बोला गया है. People used to sleep in 2 terms, which is 4 hours, which is 8 to 12, and 12 to 2 they used to work. मतलब for personal, growth. And they used to again sleep from 2 to 6. So this is again giving you 8 hours of sleep. क्या गलत है इसमें? But we are trained. Why? Sophisticated जो बनाया गया सोसाइटी में कि बेटा तुम ये इधर से इधर काम करो, ये तुम्हारा टाइम है, ये तुम्हारा डिनर का टाइम है, 9-10 बजा सो जाओ, 6 बजे उठो. You, I mean, you and me together, we are making this life lazier for us. So this is something that a message can be put out कि the decisions that we make for our schedule and the decisions of our lifestyle is the primary change that you can get if you want to do something different. So I always had this thing in the mind. मेरा कॉलेज अगर 1:30 को खत्म होता था, I used to be the last person stepping out of my college at 6:30 p.m. Spending 5 to 6 hours extra just to see where I can upskill myself, where I can additionally invest my time so that I become a better version of myself who was yesterday. और एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में आप जब तक इन्वेस्ट नहीं करोगे यू विल नेवर बिकम दैट पर्सन हु इज मल्टी टैलेंटेड. So when you ask me about ambitious youth, where are we losing out? We are
yes.
settling with one single talent, one particular trait, or one particular job, and we are happy with it. I never settled down, to be honest, because I wanted to live my life with example. So I never settled on with. Have you heard of this quote called as "Jack of all, trade of none"?
Yes. There's a particular reel right now going on that uh, this particular quote is half. There is another half quote also. I don't know
Correct.
the rest of the quote, but I do know that we are misinterpreted or misjudged by this one particular quote. It's not
Yes.
correct right now.
So while I was into multiple things, so that time my friends used to mock me in terms with the same quote कि तू
Yes.
ना सब कुछ में रहता है बट किसी का एक पर्टिकुलर चीज में नहीं
Master
है,
nahi hai. Yes.
मास्टर नहीं है. So I'm like, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. Probably
Hmm.
my life will speak up. And
Hmm.
today, now, when they speak, that quotation has reversed. So now they say that you're master of all trades. Why? Because you've learned to be in every single field that you are given. So I come from a family business background.
Hmm.
I did my BBA, which is business administration. I could
ठीक है.
have easily jumped into my family business or done a job and be very happy कि I am earning 60,000, 75,000, 90,000 in a month. I don't have to do anything.
Yes.
But I forced myself, being a Jain, it's, बहुत Jain तो खून में बोलते हैं कि business है. So it's very easier for you to, do this. But I
Yes.
said, no, let me force my way out that why should you be only in business? Let me go to the top down approach कि government क्या सोच रहा है and why they are able to establish some pressure on us कि you have to live in this ecosystem. And so let me understand their policies. I went out of my way, started with my UPSC preparation, understood how public policy works, and with the same time, now I'm coming to the point कि where are we lost? When
Hmm.
I was at Delhi, I was there for my UPSC preparation. But I made sure I have received an opportunity to be in the top city, decision making city of our country, which is the capital of our India. So, just not going to classes and preparing for UPSC preparation, make sure that you utilize this place to the maximum where your mind can understand things in a very different atmosphere. From there, I went on to attend multiple events of the ministries, starting with Ministry of External Affairs and Resina Dialogue being one of the most signature geopolitical dialogues of India.
Mhm.
That was an eye opener for me. That is when I understood कि इंडिया और कुछ है और मैं कुछ और सोच रहा था. I was living in a cage with my eyes closed कि this is what my ecosystem is. But बोलते हैं ना कि when you move out of your comfort zone, that is when you learn more. So this is where things changed, that I have to be in multi-stakeholder events, multiple domains, and also upskill myself in different domains. So that is what changed my entire mindset. And today, when I'm in a position that I have options open for public policy, I have options open for governance, AI, leadership, business, growth, and strategy. How did this happen? It is not a rocket science. It is just my choice. It
We
is
will come
just
back
my.
to, we will come back. We want to ask you that because this is a
Yes.
platform where this is a platform where we actually want to help all the youths because you also know that the current youth in India, they want opportunities to be they want to surround it with lot of opportunities, but they lack information. So with the help of these TBS talks episode, we like and to have like-minded people in our episodes so that we can help the youth to acknowledge whatever gaps they are facing. So my next question in this particular frame also is that what particular skills help you in reaching all these platforms? Because you have in multiple locations, you have ordered in multiple scenarios in multiple directions. So what are the different skills which is very particularly important to be in this particular domain you are in right now? And what is the major difference you see between genuine marketing or networking, sorry, and simply just collecting contacts? Because you also know that contacts, we say that are very important in reaching the places where are you right now, or maybe in the places which you want to be. So what do you think?
That is a super question, I would say. The reason being is I will use the same quotation that I used a few
Sure,
minutes
sure,
ago.
sure, sure.
Opportunities will not come knocking on your door. If you have to create the ecosystem, if you want to be a different person, you have to hunt for it. And hunt भी ऐसा करो ना कि जब तक वो मिले नहीं तब तक you don't even sleep. You are behind someone, you are behind something कि इधर मेरे को जाना है, इधर इस चीज I want to learn this, so करना ही है at any cost. Even if it is delayed, even if I'm able to take 5% of the entire event or network, let me do it. Because मेरे लिए वो 5% गेन आज आप मार्केट के से कंपेयर करो तो बहुत ज्यादा है.
Exactly.
ठीक है. So if I would tell you what is the first trait that
Yes.
you must have to get
First
these
skill, first trait,
opportunities,
anything. Yes.
learn to be zero.
Okay.
Let me try to expand this. अगर आज मेरे को कुछ पता है, if I have some information with me,
Mhm.
I go on cloud 9,
हाँ,
right?
ये इशू बहुत है इस समय इंडिया में, इस चीज का इशू
आज
बहुत
मेरे
है.
को अगर ये मेडल्स मिले, ये अवार्ड्स मिले, I go on cloud 9 for that day.
Exactly.
I've made a habit कि ठीक है, this is a good thing, you've received this award. Next morning I wake up, अच्छा, I feel happy, give myself 1 2 days. The third morning I say myself, Bhavesh, you are nothing. The very first drive in me, or I would say that if the youth today who wants to understand कि what is the drive that you get कि आप ये opportunities explore कर पा रहे हो, same words that I use, never settle down. So मेरे साथ NSS हुआ तो I did not sit with it. I'm like, what next? I asked myself this question कि मैं आगे क्या करने वाला हूँ? What is my next challenge? So when I entered Resina Dialogue, when I attended these events, I made sure 1 year, one resolution, one challenge to myself that I will do something very big at least साल में एक बार. Only once. 12 महीने, 365 days, you got thousands of hours. I don't know what to calculate in math right now. But one challenge. बहुत बड़ा वाला, whether it is state के उसमें, whether it is a national scale, whether whatever. At least when I see last 10 years of my life, I should be able to see this. कि Bhavesh, 2017, what did you do? Do you have a mark in that year? 2018, what did you do? Do you have a mark in this year? So I have made my diary. I joined my college in 2018. So from 2018, अभी next 2 साल में I can count कि 10 years मैंने क्या किया, and I'm very content with it.
You should be proud.
Number one, I'm still not proud. Again, same. I'm telling you, proud
I'm
for one day,
understanding. I'm
2 days.
understanding. Yes,
2
I'm
दिन के लिए
understanding
I'm
your point
very
of view.
proud. I'm very happy. आज मेरे साथ ये
Yes.
TBS Talks आ रहा है. You invited me. I'm very happy. 1 day, 2 days. Third day, I'll ask myself. I mean, this is a habit. It's a choice of my life. That what next?
You need the fuel to keep running.
Exactly. The same thing. गाड़ी में भी पेट्रोल चाहिए चलने के लिए 1 दिन 2 दिन 3 दिन.
Yes.
Why settle down for something? So I would say this, कि how opportunities can actually be created. I would really convey this message to the youth today, and especially with the people who are really trying to understand and navigate life. Okay?
Yes, please.
Today's government has the most, I would say, सबसे ज़्यादा focus in the history of India on youth. Why? We are reaching the demographic dividend. Probably we've also reached the demographic dividend. We are the world's most populous country. And we have also seen that now 62% to 65% of India is demographic dividend, and we have to reap the benefit to reach towards the goal of Viksit Bharat.
Yes.
2047. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
But I would say this, why consider 2047? Why not 2037?
Exactly.
Why
That's
give yourself
also-
more time to do something? Have 10 years थोड़ा पहले determination रखो. So when the government is trying to, has already realized कि youth is the future, youth is the face, और इतना सारा चीज कुछ कर रहा है. I'll give you examples. Viksit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue, flagship event of the government.
Yes.
A very good platform to go present your ideas. That's number one. Jagriti Yatra, world's longest entrepreneurial journey. Okay, flagship conferences of Ministry of External Affairs where students are invited. The government has realized कि हम students को stakeholders की तरह treat नहीं करेंगे, so they will never understand the policies.
Yuva
आज
Connect
जयशंकर
program,
जी है.
one of the such program.
Yeah, exactly. Resina Dialogue, Sagar Manthan, the Great Oceans Dialogue. And
Many
you
opportunities
also,
are there.
yeah, absolutely. You have
Youth
roundtables,
parliaments.
youth parliaments. You
Yes.
see today,
Young. Yes.
you see Model United Nations.
Yes.
So many competitions in front of you.
Yes.
So the very first thing I told you, learn to be zero. Second, extracurricular activities is not a choice, but it is a mandatory entry in your schedule. Uske bina, you will be nothing. You like sports, please go play sports. You like competitions, please enter into competitions. But in order to be a multi-dimensional, multi-talented youth, you have to step into 10 things if you're thinking of one. बिकॉज हम जब बोर्ड एग्जाम्स लिखते हैं या एग्जाम्स लिखते हैं तब सोचते हैं ना कि 100% लेके आना है.
हाँ.
और हम कितना लेके आ पाते हैं? 85, 90, 92, 94, 96.
79.
We fall short of something, right? That is
Exactly.
human nature because we are not machines. So if I am targeting one particular thing, let me target 3 particular items. It's only when then I can think कि एक अगर फेल हुआ दूसरा तैयार है, दूसरा अगर फेल हुआ तीसरा तैयार. This is the most important message that I would like to present कि अपॉर्चुनिटीज आप ऐसे बनाओ that step into every damn thing कि आपको नींद भी sacrifice करना पड़े. There are so many things happening today, I'll tell you, within our country, and you'll be surprised कि youth के लिए इतना सारा चीज है क्या. Imagine after being in so many events, it is still opening my eye. I've still not opened my eye कि अभी भी कितने सारे चीजें जो मेरे को जानना चाहिए. There are multiple government internships that are being given, offered by Prime Minister's office, by Niti Aayog. Why not step into it? Why not try? Why not get into some fellowships? Why not try for an internship with some MP or an MLA in your region?